Here's a yarn that figures to end up pretty horrible. Busted marriage. Jeffrey Horn was a desperate man. He wanted money. He wanted the comforts money could bring him. And Louise Britling was rich. Very rich. So he swallowed his pride and proposed.
You're very nice, Jeffrey, but I don't love you. Besides, I'm 10 years older than you.
Louise, age doesn't matter. I love you, that's what's important. I wish you could find it in your heart to love me.
But Jeffrey Horn was not one to give up easily. He'd heard about the little shop downtown with the strange native proprietor.
I followed her wherever she went. I picked up these hair clippings and nail clippings in her beauty parlor. You said you'd need them.
Good. Now, you say you want to marry her?
Yes, I want her to consent to be my wife. I want us to be married.
Leave me clippings from your hair and nails and come back tomorrow. I will be ready. The next day.
Why, these are nothing more than sugar dolls, the kind one sees on wedding cakes.
Not quite, Mr. Horn. These are voodoo dolls. The bride represents Miss Britling, and the groom represents you. Take them home, put them someplace safe from harm. Whatever happens to these dolls happens to the person they represent.
I see. And since they are getting married, Louise and I will be getting married.
Exactly. And may I suggest that you have these dolls placed on your own wedding cake? Such articles are highly treasured. It will ensure their safety.
You mean that if anything should happen to these dolls, an arm break off or a leg, that the same thing will happen to the person?
It is the voodoo spell. You must take the bad with the good. That is why I suggested using them on your cake. After the wedding, put them under glass and guard them well. Oh, be careful not to cut off the supply of air or you and your future wife may suffocate.
I'll be careful. Thank you. Thank you for your help.
It wasn't long before Louise Britling's attitude toward Jeffrey began to change. Until...
Oh, darling, at first I thought you were merely in love with my money, but now I know you love me for myself. Yes, I'll marry you.
Louise at last.
And so they were married, and the figures stood upon the lavish wedding cake and smiled.
Jeffrey, I'm so happy, like those figures on our cake.
Let's save those figures, honey, for always. They will be a symbol of our happiness.
So, with slush like that, Jeffrey managed to have the voodoo figures placed in a locked china closet under a glass bell in Louise's palatial home.
There! And every time we have a spat or a misunderstanding, these figures will remind us of how happy we were at this moment.
Open the window, Jeff. It's so hot in here.
Jeffrey laughed and shot a troubled glance at the figurine inside the china closet.
It's only warm for new brides, honey. Go on upstairs. I'll be up in a minute.
All right, Jeff, but don't be long, will you? Whew, it's awfully stuffy in here.
He watched as Louise labored up the marble staircase. As soon as she'd gone into her room, Jeffrey unlocked the china closet, gasping for breath.
That was stupid of me. I forgot about cutting off the air supply. Tomorrow I'll have to get a bell with holes in it. Meantime,
Jeff slipped a matchstick under the edge of the bell. Meantime, I'll prop it up so air can get in. Then he locked the china closet and pocketed the key. He went upstairs. Louise sat on the bed smiling at him.
That's better. What was it?
Oh, some darn fool had turned up the thermostat. And so with the aid of voodoo, Jeff Horn had gotten what he wanted. He'd married Louise Britling and her millions. The next day he purchased a new glass bell, had tiny holes drilled in it, and substituted it in the china closet. All went well for a year. Then... Louise, I wish you wouldn't drag me to these parties. You know how I...
Hush, someone's coming. Louise, why you came? And this must be your new husband. Well, introduce me. Jeff, this is Eve Porter. Eve's been in Europe for 2 years.
Glad to meet you, Eve. Eve Porter was young and lovely. She was attracted to Jeff. That evening as they danced...
Too bad I didn't meet you before Louise did, Jeff. You're quite a guy.
Perhaps we can have dinner together sometime, Eve. And so Eve and Jeff began seeing each other, secretly. Their attraction for each other grew stronger each time they met. It wasn't long before they realized that they were falling in love.
Divorce Louise, darling. Marry me. We'll get along somehow. I have a small income.
I love you, Eve, but there's another way. A better way. It was Louise's wealth that Jeff was thinking of. He hated to give that up. And there was a way, one way, to have both. Both Louise's money and Eve. So...
What are you doing, Jeff?
I'm putting these wedding cake figures under separate glass bells, Louise. I thought they'd look better that way. What Jeff was doing was taking the old glass bell, the one without any holes, and placing it over Louise's figure. He put his own under the one with the ventilation. Later that night...
Jeff, I can't breathe.
What is it, Louise? What's wrong? Shall I call a doctor? It was so simple. Louise's breathing became more and more labored. The doctor came. He couldn't understand it.
It's as if she was suffocating. It must be her heart.
Do something, doctor! Do something! But Jeff knew that nothing could be done for Louise. In the china closet, the last trace of air inside the bell housing Louise's voodoo figurine vanished. And...
She's dead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
You did all you could, Doc. It wasn't your fault. And now Jeff was free. Free to marry Eve. And Louise's money was all his.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
After the funeral, Jeff wanted to destroy Louise's image, but he reconsidered. I still have to preserve my figurine. I've got to make sure mine is kept from harm. There's only one way. And so...
What is it, Jeff? What's the surprise?
Look. Eve had never seen the figurines in Louise's china closet, so it was easy to fool her. I bought them for our wedding cake.
Oh, Jeff, how sweet.
Louise's figure stood in her airtight glass bell. After the wedding, we'll keep them always as a symbol of our love, under these glass bells.
Oh, Jeff, darling, what a nice thought. Of course.
Everything was perfect. When the proper time had elapsed and the wedding day was set, Jeff removed the 2 figurines from the china closet and... For the top of the wedding cake, Pierre, just one thing. Be very careful with them. Understand?
Oh, oui, Monsieur Hong. I will be extra careful.
But when the air hit the figure of Louise, something strange began to take place. After all, Louise had been dead for a long time.
Something smells in this bakery, Pierre.
It is this figure on the cake. But what can I do? Monsieur Hon insisted.
And at the wedding reception...
Oh, Jeff, look, the bride's figure on the cake. It's all moldy and rotting.
After the wedding...
Throw them away, Jeff. The bride is putrid. It smells like a grave.
Let me save the groom's figure, Eve. I'll have Pierre make us another bride. Jeff placed the ventilated glass bell over the groom figurine.
All right. Now, come to bed, huh?
Soon as I throw this away.
Jeff dropped the foul-smelling figurine of Louise into the garbage can and went to bed.
Oh, Jeff, at last, married.
Eve, baby. Downstairs in the garbage can, the rotting figurine of Louise stirred, moved. It climbed from the litter-filled can, stumbled across the kitchen and into the dining room where Jeff's figurine stood under the glass, climbed to the table, and pushed. Upstairs in the bedroom, the light had just gone out. Suddenly, Eve screamed. Her hysterical shrieks echoed through the house, down into the dining room where Jeff's voodoo figure lay smashed into 100 jagged pieces. So Eve's new bridegroom just fell apart, and on their wedding night too. Well, it just goes to show you, a modern marriage can't last if it doesn't begin solidly. And at least Eve found out that Jeff was just a crumb in time. Now the old witch is stirring up her pew pot, ready to dish out another horror helping. So hold your nose